Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Jaeger. And on today's video, we're riding the Grom. God, did I miss this bike? I've been so caught up on trying to get better on the R7 that I've kind of neglected her. But every time I ride her, I have so much fun. It's such a good bike. But today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to wheelie. All the basics, the proper way to do it. I'm not talking about power wheelie, pop, pow pows, all that crap that's gonna make you loop and die. But I'm actually gonna teach you how to learn a wheelie the proper way so you can learn how to have controlled wheelies. And it's very important to have controlled wheelies. And a lot of people think wheelies are just kind of luck. You just stay on the throttle and hold your balance and hope not to die. But in reality, it's kind of an art, dude. Wheeling is an art. It's a very controlled stunt that requires skill, first of all, very important. But after you learn the fundamentals of riding a wheelie, it'll transfer over to every bike, to just about everything. And I'm basically living proof of this because I learned to wheelie on the Grom. And I'm talking about learning how to wheelies. I'm not talking about power wheelies. I'm talking about a controlled wheelie where I know I am not gonna loop, where I can keep it going forever. I can slow them down. Because before the Grom, your boy used to have a 1000cc CBR 1000 that he'd do pow-pows on, going like 80 miles an hour with zero concept of a proper wheelie, which is very stupid. And I would say I was extremely lucky that I did not kill myself because I did not know foot brake. And foot brake is everything on a wheelie. It's the key to everything. But like I said, I learned everything on a Grom, and I could ride wheelies for days without one hand, without clutch hand, without throttle hand, and this road's so sloped, and even without both hands. So you can learn this too, and it transfers over to every bike. If you've seen me wheelie previous videos, the KTM, I've wheelied that. I wheelied the Husky 701, and now the R7. All that came from this bike. And so if you're learning how to wheelie, sure, you can learn on just about any bike. You really can. But the chances of you falling and getting hurt on a bigger bike is way higher because, one, it's a faster bike, it weighs more than a Grom, and the third part, it's more expensive because parts for any other bike, bigger bikes, are extremely expensive. And I'm not saying in terms that like, oh, the Grom isn't expensive. Compared to all the other bikes, the Grom is extremely cheap. If you drop it, and especially if you have the right gear on there, if you have a 12 bar, axle sliders, things like that, that's gonna really crush it. Like, keep it from crushing the bike, if that words it out a little better. Plastics for the Grom get for like $100. A full fairing, $600. It's probably $600 to $1,000 for new fairings. So that's just a little base idea. But after you learn this, man, everything else is easy. So yeah, let's get started on that. Let me teach you how to wheelie.
All right, guys, so let's talk about wheeling the Grom. 3 important things to wheeling any bike. So first, you're gonna need clutch, throttle, and brake. Number 3 is the most important, brake. That's by far the most important. That's what's gonna save you. So basically, when I talk about brake, we are talking about the foot brake, this brake right here. And that brake controls the rear brake. You should already know that. You can also get a handbrake, which is basically another caliper attached to the rear, as you can see here, but that is not necessary for you to wheelie. It just really isn't. You do not need that. I even recommend learning foot brake first. That is the easiest thing to do. You don't have to mod your bike like crazy to do it, and it's important. And if you learn foot brake, you can wheelie anything. You with handbrake, you can only wheelie bikes with handbrake, and so I recommend learning foot brake first. So this is a concept. When you bring up a wheelie, right, you clutch up the bike, you throttle it, you bring the bike all the way up here. The only thing preventing you from fully looping the bike is when you press the brakes. The rear brakes will lock up the rear wheel, which will cause the bike to come forward. So that's why the rear brake is the most important part. If you don't hit the rear brake and you just keep throttling and you go past balance point, you're just gonna fall back. So that's why when you hit foot brake and you're here, the rear wheel will lock up, which cause momentum to move forward and the bike to come back down. So most important thing is the rear brake. Everything else you will learn with practice, including the rear brake, of course. But like I was saying, if you learn rear brake, you learn a wheelie. It's getting to that point where it's like, oh shit, hit the rear brake and you're gonna come back. And that's how it works. It happens to everybody when they're learning. Most people loop. I got lucky and I didn't loop. I only looped when I started trying to learn other tricks and do second gear wheelies. Then it's a whole different story. But if you learn the concept to bring the bike up, tap the rear brake, bring the bike up, tap the rear brake, you'll learn how to wheelie super quick without getting hurt. So let's get on the bike and let me go get in depth with the wheeling process, just so I can walk you guys through it so you guys can learn to wheelie properly without killing yourselves. You drive a raggedy old car and you wish it felt newer. You wish it was more, you know, just crisp, clean, had all the electronic components and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I got a solution for you. So, one car stereo sent me out this car stereo that it's plug and play. You plug it into your cigarette lighter and you get Apple CarPlay. Does that sound amazing or what? All right, let's check this thing out. Shout out to One Car Stereo for sponsoring today's video, sending me out this, the 6th stereo for me to try it out. And I'm gonna walk you through it on how to install it and show you how great it freaking works. So let's check it out. So it comes in this super nice packaging that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to open with one hand, but if you wiggle it enough, Jesus Christ, good God, cut. You open it up, look how nice the packaging is. It comes in this little nice plastic wrapper, whatever that is, and this is what it is. Look how clean that is, dude. And it's like a sticky material in the bottom, so you can glue it to your dash. Super slick, super clean, right? Comes with that. Comes with a little box on the side as well that I just broke, with all the wiring stuff that you may need, right? Clamps, all that stuff. It comes with the cigarette lighter connector with the power cord, the instructions, and an aux cable. So let's go plug this bad boy in. So if you're like me, you have an older BMW, right? This was a 2017. It did not come with CarPlay. You get the radio. You plug in the Type-C and connect the Type-C to your cigarette lighter. And voila, as you see here, touch screen, get the home button, the brightness setting, you can set the volume up and down. And now I'm gonna set up CarPlay and show you how it works. So it's super simple. You click on CarPlay. It's gonna give you the full instructions right there. You go to settings. You're gonna click on CarKit-072F. It's gonna give you a code. You click pair, and you should be right there set up. So super simple to use. So I just solved one of your problems for your whip. This thing right here is freaking awesome. Get CarPlay. Comes with own built-in speakers. You can wire your speakers to your own car. You can even connect a backup camera. That comes with this kit. I have to say, super sick product. One car stereo. Killed it with this one. And I want to thank them again for sponsoring today's video, for supporting the channel. And I believe they're having Black Friday sales to the 5th or the 7th of December. So perfect time for the holidays. Good holiday gift for your loved ones or for whoever you know has a raggedy old car. You could be like, dude, let me get you one of these, hook you up. So like I said, thank you so much, One Car Stereo, for sponsoring this video. Super sick product.
All right, guys. All right, so first things first, when learning to wheelie, right? I just stall the bike. Don't stall the bike. Learn to ride so you don't stall the bike. Anyway, what you want is to find a nice, open, flat, clean road. This is like a complex that hasn't been open yet. They're still developing it, so there's no traffic. Nobody's gonna drive through here. Everything is blocked off. Do not learn to wheelie in traffic, man. Like, first of all, you don't know what the heck you're doing. If you loop, and the chances of you falling and dying is extremely high because there's cars and traffic around you, and yeah, I mean, it's a given. If you fall in traffic and there's a car behind you and they don't see you, the chances of them stopping is very small. So, all right, cool. You found a nice road. You got a nice bike. You got a Grom, hopefully, or something small, something that's not gonna, you know, you're gonna loop and feel bad about and be freaking go bankrupt because you've looped your bike. Learning to wheelie, first of everything, learn first gear. A lot of people try to learn second right off the back. Second is a little bit different because it comes up a lot faster. It takes a lot more and you need to have the perfect timing to clutch the bike up to come up in second. So first gear, if you see here, if I just clutch up, comes right up. Second, you saw how like there's less power, so it's not going to come up as easy. So you're going to need to be going faster in second to bring the bike up. So this is what you want to do. A lot of people like to start at a stop. Some people like to start riding. A lot of people like to start with their feet down. I recommend start riding at around 10 miles an hour, both feet on. The reason being is, if you start at a stop, when are you ever going to start wheeling stopped? Never. So you're going to be riding in traffic or at the lot, and you're going to be going at a good speed, and you're going to pop it up. You're never going to start at a stop position. Sure, that may teach you the concept of wheeling and the fundamentals of it, but it's better to learn in a position where you're riding, so you don't have to relearn while you're riding. And two, I recommend foot up, because I know a lot of people that learn to wheelie dragging a foot, and now like when they try anything, they got to start with their foot down and be like this the whole time, running through like freaking 300 pairs of shoes because they learn to wheelie like this. And so when they put their feet up, they start this waffle thing. Oh, they can't get the right balance. So both feet on, covering foot brake at all times. Feel comfortable, don't get a death grip. You get all tensed up, you panic. And yeah, comfortable riding position, right? As if you were to be riding on the road, you're going on a stroll. All right, two, after finding the perfect spot, getting comfortable on the bike, riding at a slow speed, feeling comfortable, the goal is you want to be going around 10 miles an hour. That's where I recommend. You're gonna pull the clutch in, you're gonna rev the bike, and you're gonna drop the clutch. But you're gonna do that in a fast motion. You don't want to go like you ride 10, red line the bike, and then dump the bike, because that's just gonna feel awkward. So just ride the bike, pull the clutch in, give it some gas, and drop the clutch. And that's gonna cause the bike to come up. And you may not be able to do it right off the bat. You might start like, oh crap, I can't get the right timing. But this is where you want to practice to learn the timing of the clutch, right? That's gonna teach you to come up. So as soon as you bring that bike up, as soon as you clutch up, I want you to hit the foot brake. So you come straight back down. You don't want to start riding right away because you don't know how to react if you go too far back or you panic. So clutch the bike, accelerate around 10 miles an hour, 10, pull the clutch in, give it some gas, drop the clutch, hit the foot brake. It sounds like a lot, but this is what it should look like. You're gonna pop it up, hit the brake, boom. Pop it up, hit the brake, come down. Hit the brake. Hit the brake. Because then you learn the panic moment, the oh shit moment, like, oh god, like I came up fast, oh crap, I need to come back down. Because then you want your reaction to always be on the foot brake. Always be on the foot brake. That's what's gonna save you. That's what's gonna save you, prevent you from falling, prevent you from getting hurt. So 8 to 10 miles an hour, clutch up, hit the brake, boom. Hit the brake. And get in that habit, because after you get comfortable, I could say like, you're pumping it up good, boom, hit the brake, right? That's a milestone. Like milestone, you're good. Like you understand how to pump the bike up, and you know how to bring it down. The next step is try riding the wheelie a little more. So instead of as soon as you pop it up and hit the brake instantly, try riding it a little bit and then hit the brake, right? So ride, brake, boom. You already rode 5 feet, cool, sweet. And that's what I used to do. I used to just find markings on the ground and see how far I could keep going. So I'd be like, oh, 5 feet, oh crap, yep, brake. Oh yeah, did 10 feet. Progress, right? But that's the whole thing behind it, dude, really. You learn the timing of the clutch up, the bike comes up, you hit the brake. Hit up, hit the brake. Up, hit the brake. Boom. Get in that habit. Boom. It might get annoying doing that and like getting perfect with it. But after you do that, right, clutched up, boom. What you want to do after you got that locked in, like you did it 500 times, you know, I got it, it's good, it's easy, I can do it every single time if I want to. And now you want to hold it a little more. So how do you hold it a little more? The key is to hold the throttle and not keep like jerking it and giving it gas, because if you give it too much gas after you popped it up, you're gonna panic when it goes too far back. So you're gonna clutch it up, and you want to try to hold your hand in accelerating position, like, and keep it steady, like a steady throttle. So this is an example, right? I clutched it up. Look, see how my hand is like consistent, like steady throttle. When you get that steady throttle, I'm just on the foot brake. My foot. As soon as I start going a bit far back, I tap the brake lightly and it brings me forward. And then that's when you start playing the game of like, you hold it steady, you go a bit far back, you're hitting the brake, you're coming forward, and then you're just like, you're feathering the gas, giving it a little bit more gas when the bike is coming forward. So here, I'll do it again, and I'll try to look at my feet. Hopefully you can see my foot on the foot brake. But you clutch up, right? Boom, you're riding steady hand, but you feel like you're going too far back, and I'm just on the brake. So look, Hand is kind of steady. When I feel it too far back, I feather off. And then when I hit the brake and the bike is coming forward, I give it a little bit more gas. Brake. Steady. It's going too far back, brake. Going too far back, brake. And then steady again. And after you do that, dude, it's just seat time. Everybody thinks of all the craziest things in the world, like, how do I get better faster? How do I do this? How do I do that? With wheeling bikes, dude, it's just like anything else. It's just practice. It's repetition. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. And it'll get to a point where you're doing like the whole lot. Just bringing it up here and you're like riding the whole road and you're like, whoa, man, like, that's awesome. Like, this is great, right? Like this, like I can ride the whole road chill. Just on the brake and accelerators, you're just gonna feel really good. And then after that, then you can start trying new tricks like one hand, throttle hand, try to do a knee knockers. But the fundamental to all that, and what's always gonna be the same, is the clutch up, throttle, and brake. If you don't learn that, I am sorry, don't try to wheelie. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna loop. If you're not confident in that and can do a whole lot, a whole long road, you shouldn't really be trying any other tricks. Goal is to maintain wheelie. And when you get to a point with it that you can ride the whole lot, you start learning when to slow down the bike. Like, you go a little bit further back and hit the brake. And if you see my speed, right, I can speed up here, right? I can go fast, go a little bit more forward. I'm going 20, 22. But if I need to slow down, I throw my body back and hit the brake. And now I'm at 13, and I can even go slower. 10, 8. Oh, come on. Lower than 8. Yeah, almost 8 miles an hour, which is pretty slow. So you learn to speed up, to slow down, and do all of that. And then when you want to start wheeling faster and getting more comfortable, you slap second. And the trick to second is you're gonna have to be really good on that clutch timing, because it won't come up as easy as first gear. So even here, 17 miles an hour, you see how it does not want to come up? Like I'm rev lining it. I'm rev lining it and clutching it down. Like, it does not want to come up as easy. You got to get really good at the clutch timing and add a little bit of body weight to it. So I push myself down, compress the forks, and then as soon as I compress the forks, I dump the clutch. Because then it creates that, like, my body forward, and then right when I dump the clutch, the forks extend, and it creates that push up. And then this was like the second milestone for me, because second gear was hard for me. I couldn't find the timing right. I could do first gear for days, but I couldn't get second gear, and I wanted to wheelie on the creek with all my friends, but first gear's too slow. And second, when it comes up fast. So this is second gear, I'm at 22. It wants to come up fast, you know? But second gear is where you get comfortable doing all the tricks, road speeds, do all the tricks at the lot. Like, second gear is the best gear on the Grom, honestly. And you can do everything with second. So, I mean, technically you can do it first too, but you have a bigger range of speed and RPMs in second. So like knee knockers, second, like, go for days, dude. It's like the perfect speed. You can go from knee knockers to like double peggers, like here. You could go back to sit down. You can do so much. Second gear is where it's at. I love second gear, and I bet everybody that rides a Grom does that too. And you can even do third. Third is a little iffy. You gotta be, it's very touchy on the brakes and on the throttle because it doesn't have so much power then. But just to recap, right? Back to first. What you wanna do, dump the clutch around 10 miles an hour, give it gas, dump the clutch, get on the brake. So, brake, boom. And get in the habit of that. Hitting the brakes. Brakes. And then you're just getting the habit of riding, dude, and you can go on forever. Steady throttle, feathering the foot brake. You see my foot? You can just go on forever, dude. You can just go on for days. So that's basically it, dude. There is no trick. Just seat time. Just seat time. And I can't, you know, I can't tell you enough. Get good at that. Because then you start doing first gear circles. Feathering the clutch. Ugh. Oh yeah, I need to get better at those. But yeah, you just pop the clutch, stay steady on the gas and on the foot brake, and you can go on for days. So I hope that helps you guys out, gives you guys a basic understanding. And all the stuff that I just taught you right now can be transferred to other bikes. Every other bike. When you learn the concept and the fundamentals of riding wheelies, you can wheelie in anything. So, of course, with like, if you're starting on a 400 or you're starting on a 600, you can learn first. But since those bikes have more power, for you to be going a little bit faster when you're riding and not like 10 miles an hour, because it is a bigger bike, you can start doing the same thing I taught you with doing first gear on the drum. You can do it in second gear on those bikes. And it's gonna teach you the same thing. It's gonna teach you the same thing. The whole process of coming up, how fast it comes up. You're gonna learn the speed the bike wants to come up and when to hit the brakes when you're too far back. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it answered every question, gave you guys an idea exactly of how to do it, dude. How to freaking wheelie a bike, how to pop it up, how to maintain it, what prevents you from falling. I hope those steps really helped you. If you have any questions, please message me, dude. Shoot me a message on Instagram. Ask me like, dang, dude, Jaeger, I can't figure out how to wheelie. What am I doing wrong? I'm having this issue, I'm having that issue. And I would love to help you, because the reason I learned to wheelie is because I had great friends that pushed me, one, when I was being scared and being a little wuss, and friends that taught me the fundamentals of doing the wheelie without getting hurt. So, if you don't have anybody teach you how to wheelie, message your boy, and I would be extremely happy to teach you how to wheelie, dude. Because this is one of my favorite things to do. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy holidays. It's around Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I missed the Thanksgiving video. I was spending time with my family, and actually that week I was very sick because I had gone up to Atlanta and the weather was really cold out there, and then back to being hot out here. But happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. We're getting into the holidays. It's the best time of the year. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It motivates me to, you know, create more content. And yeah. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next